Oh, you gotta love having good help around. I'm sure you can figure it out already, but me and Gage are spreading the last of the manure that was in the barn. The sheep got kicked out. It is March 28th today, so like I said, I know I'm behind on videos. I'm gonna be a little behind for a little bit longer. I'm trying to catch up. So please be patient. Understand that I do have another job, and so does my wife, and that we have other priorities before YouTube videos, but we do our best to make sure we get YouTube videos out for you guys in a timely manner. With all that being said, I did fail to record a lot for this video. Believe it or not, we started almost 3 hours now. 3 hours ago we started spreading manure and thought it was gonna be a relatively simple task, and I was wrong. It ended up being kind of a headache. I changed the belt on the manure spreader because we were having issues with it. Well, you guys probably saw that in the YouTube video probably 2 months ago now, I guess, when we were spreading when it was real cold out. But I did that, and then I had a chain that broke. Not real sure why the chain broke, because the spool and everything spun freely, so I'm gonna guess or chalk it up to age, but I'm not 100% sure that that's the reason. And I done spoke too soon. Oh my goodness. Massive bend in this, so this is popped up so high that when it comes under this impeller or the beater, right, it's catching. So I had to pull that out to bend it back straight from this side of the chain to that side of the chain. Now I need to beat this back in to get it to where it's running level, or at least leveler like the rest of them. All of them need to be beat down pretty much, except for like the ones that are about to come up on the back side. All my fault, can't argue it. Ran the chain when it was loose, should have tightened it, didn't. Material got under there, bent stuff up, made it worse. It's better now, but still gotta fix some stuff. Should have seen that coming. I feel like that's not any better. I guess it's a little better, but this is a pretty good example of what's happened, but on a really small scale. So on the large scale, a bunch of it will get piled up under there, and then it gets up high enough to where I'm sure you can see that there's only probably an inch or so of clearance between the chain and the beater, and that's what happens. It'll end up getting up there high, or it'll push this chain up high enough that it'll smack the beater. Or sorry, the beater will smack the chain, and then it stops it because the belt slips. Which, to be honest, I would much rather that belt slip than this beater have plenty of power and just rip my chain apart. And 23 crossbars later, they're all relatively flat. There's one or two that are like this one right here. This is the last one I worked on. A little higher than I'd like, but definitely better than what they were. So I'm gonna live with it. We're gonna put a couple scoops in and see what happens. So you might be wondering where my skid steer operator went. I let Gage sleep in this morning because we were out here late last night. We had to scoop all this out, most of it out by hand. Once we got down so low, then we could get things to where we could get them to move again. And then we let the machine empty itself out. But I was very frustrated, hence part of the reasons you didn't get a lot of video. Gage was actually pretty calm and collective about it, but I had it up to here with this thing yesterday. So we took a break, decided to regroup this morning. He'll probably be out here in a little while. Oh, one other thing while we're stopped. See this fancy new chain right here? Yeah. I had that thing sitting on a shelf for like 2 years. As soon as I put it on there though, I ran inside and told Chrissy, I said, see, that's why I hang on to junk like that. Because it's not really junk. Eventually I'll need it. All loaded up, let's go give this thing a whirl, and God willing, we'll have this spread within, like all of it, what's remaining. Hopefully have it spread within an hour. Well, so far so good. It's working. See what happens. My goodness, we might have done something here. It actually worked, didn't have any hiccups. I'm gonna go check and see if the chain actually went all the way around while it was spreading, because if it didn't, then I still might have a problem somewhere. And I'm looking for my tie. Oh. My tie's up here, hopefully. If not, it may have fell off. Oh man, my tie might have fell off. Ah, just kidding. It was buried under this. Pulled this away, there it is right there. So that means we did make at least one full lap around. I was pretty confident we did because I was out there spreading for about 15 minutes. Therefore, we should be good. It didn't catch. Hoping we continue that trend. Gage is back. It's in the skid steer. These dirty windows probably make it hard for you guys to see. Those concrete tires are great for scraping and terrible for pivoting around on the concrete because they don't skid well, they grab. It says it's too hot to wear this thing now. Shameless plug. We have Freedom Farms hoodies on Farm Focus, or you can see them on our website. It'll take you to Farm Focus, but freedomfarmsmo.com or go to farmfocus.com. You can find all of our stuff there. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Cool part about ours, 100% made in the USA. The shirts themselves are made by All American Clothing. Then Farm Focus over in Nebraska puts whatever logos or designs or whatever it is that you guys are wanting on your shirt, and then they send them out to you.